the 5 and the 6 don't play with it.
You ready? Yeah. Yo, what's up? This is Penny Hardaway, and you're now tuned in to Hoop Chronicles podcast. Peace.
Today on Hoop Chronicles podcast, I got my guy, Andrew Jones. He'll be coming in today on Hoop Chronicles, telling us his story, telling us where the game of basketball has taken him, and the things that he have accomplished. If you've been liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, you know you're one of the players. We appreciate you. Today we brought one of our own players on, and we're gonna get into his story. So, Drew, on Hoop Chronicles, how we like to start. Our first question off is, who put the ball in your hands?
Okay. Basically my father, since I was a youngin', was the first to kind of introduce me to the game of basketball, introduce me to, the game, how fun it could be, and like working hard, I had a lot of different options growing up, playing football and running track and stuff like that, but basketball is kind of one that actually like stuck for me.
When you started playing basketball, what skill did you have early on versus everybody else? Like, what stuck out the most?
I think my ball handling was the one. My favorite player was AI.
Okay.
So I used to watch AI all the time, like the wide body, left to right crossover. It was nasty, so like.
Little cross to see what he bite on it. I let him set his feet, and then I stepped it back again.
Allen shakes free, gets two! Mike Sedona.
Like early on, before I could even shoot, I was trying to make boys fall. I was trying to, get to the rack. That was my thing, like the ball handling, shiftiness.
Let's talk about when you started playing competitive. Like, what age? Like, did you start? Hold on. Did you play in the church league or the community center league?
So my dad used to be over at a Boys and Girls Club. Mm-hmm. So I used to be in the Boys and Girls Club in Midland, Texas, and he had an AAU team, and used to play against all the kids in the Boys and Girls Club. Then he used to have his own little tournaments and stuff like that in the inner city. So I was always competing.
So you doing this early on? Like,
yeah, early. Yeah.
What age do you think you started playing AAU? Like Nike, EYBL circuit, or
EYBL,
or just compared just high level AAU basketball?
I guess I used to play local, here in South Dallas and all that stuff. When I moved to the urban area, when I was in like middle school. But as far as like high level ranked competition to where like I'm on the big stage, I ain't really start playing EYBL until I was a junior.
So I heard you mention Midland. For the people who don't know, that's like kind of like down south.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, yeah. Movie Miles,
yeah. That'd be the best way to explain it.
And that's the only way I really can explain it to a lot of people. It's like, it's far West Texas, it's really mainly known for oil, the industry, and but yeah, that's kind of where I was born and kind of made a name for myself. It wasn't really much out there.
How was it growing up out there, like being African American and,
I mean, it's different, you got to kind of make your own niche within the community. I moved kind of young, so I moved when I was like 7 to 8 years old to the Dallas area. But like even young, I could still feel some of the tension, some of the disparities that me being the color of my skin and how it could potentially affect certain things, like really in the school.
Yeah. So talk about that transition to the DFW area.
So originally, I wasn't supposed to end up in Irving. We moved a little sooner because we got into a car accident. So me and my father and my sister and a few of her teammates got into a real bad car accident, and we moved to Irving to be closer to my father's parents, so they could kind of help and assist with them.
When you come to Irving, what's your thoughts when you move to the DFW? What's your thought process?
Man, at first, bro, I didn't really know what happened because it hit so fast. Like I'm up and leaving, what I'm used to, my friends, and then I gotta adjust and adapt to a whole new environment. And good thing I was still young and I really didn't know too much because sports and going outside and playing in the neighborhood is what really kind of made me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Out here in the DFW?
Yeah.
Talk about your first friend that you met out here in the DFW.
Shit, he sitting right there in front of me right now.
Okay.
When I moved into these apartments, I think I went outside to the pool, and they was all out there playing. You know, I'm just new. I had my football in my hand, and my parents like go outside. So that was back in the era where, you know, kids were actually playing outside and, you know, being bad and wasn't always in the house on video games. And, you know, I was fortunate to have some kids that love to play football and play games and get into some stuff. So it kind of made it easy for me, you know.
I heard you mention football a couple of times. Talk about do you have a love for the game of football? Like, is there a secret love for the game of football?
I mean, I used to, man. When I was younger, I really had a passion for it. I was really good at it. You know, I was a multiple sport, like, type of athlete in multiple positions in football. Like, I played middle linebacker, QB, and stuff like that. But as I got older, you know, I'm gonna be honest, but I didn't like the cold. I didn't like playing in the cold.
Yeah.
So when I got to, like, middle school and it was time to go to high school, I was like, man, it's time to me just to specialize in basketball.
What middle school did you go to?
So I went to a few middle schools out here in Irving. I went to Sam Houston, and then I finished at Crockett and Travis, so I kind of went a little bit everywhere.
Are you playing football there at all three schools?
I'm playing football at all three, but, you know, my situation and, you know, dealing with, you know, the household, I was kind of, let's say, misunderstood in a lot of ways. And, like, you know what I'm saying, my attitude and my demeanor kind of didn't rub off all the right way.
It's friendly.
You feel me?
Yeah,
with some of the coaches and all that stuff. So I kind of had a hard time with the football aspect because, you know, me not being known, me not being a local guy.
It's politics.
Politicking on me. And basketball was the only place where they really couldn't touch me, where the politics didn't matter.
When you playing football, like, are the coaches noticing, like, hey, this kid he got something?
Yeah, like, they noticing I was talented. They noticing that, like, I could really take a lot of these guys' spots, but I'm not home born here.
Right.
And so they weren't trying to just necessarily let this new kid come in and take all the shine or take an opportunity away from a kid who they've been seeing since he was in elementary school.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was kind of the hardest spot for me to get in, or if they wanted me to play, they'll move me from the position I was trying to play.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah. So are you playing basketball as well in middle school?
Yeah, I'm playing basketball. So I won city championships and stuff like that in basketball, like, early on. So I'm making a name for myself. I'm like this little kid. I'm like, bro, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Like, coming here better than the local talent. And it was kind of like a situation to where all I knew was just to go hard. Like, that's all I really knew. I'm not coming in here like asking for handouts. It's just I can't help that I'm better than y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This is what I do.
This is what I do for real. And, like, it was a different mentality that I had coming into the city, and especially in my neighborhood, like where I was.
Talk about transitioning to high school. Like, you had some success in 8th grade, middle school. You had some problems as well, but you had some success as well. You getting notarized as got this athlete, skill, got game. Now you transition to high school. How did you pick your high school with it being like so many schools in the DFW? Everybody kind of reaching out saying, hey, I can do this, I offer this, or our school do this. How did you?
Well, really, I didn't even have all that. So really, I was small. I was a late bloomer, and I was really known as Alexis Jones' little brother, because my sister had all the juice at that time. My sister was, you know, number 5, top 3 player in the class, McDonald's All-American, Jordan. So I'm in the shadows of her, and I was still small. I was like 5'8" my freshman year in high school. So I'm fighting up an uphill battle because we had some good talent. Tavares Sean was kind of the man at my school. Keith Frazier came from the area before he moved to Kimball. So it was some decent talent coming in, and I was kind of on the outskirts. I was like the guy, like, seeing all the Balls Life videos, wishing like, dang, one day that's gonna be me. I'm seeing like guys like Dennis Smith and Quay Parker, my age, like going crazy, like Terrance Ferguson. I'm seeing all these kids, and I'm like just on a dream. Like, I was a smart guy, so like I was more into the academics, but I was still, you know, still trying to play with my father saying, man, you might have to go JUCO. You might have to, you know what I'm saying, get held back a year because, you know what I mean, like, I didn't develop early on, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even on varsity my freshman year. Like, I was on JV, you know what I mean, playing with a bunch of local kids, and you know what I'm saying. So that right there, that kind of neglect at that time, you know what I'm saying, getting rejected, kind of made me kind of fuel like that passion and drive to like want to be good, you know.
It build character as well.
It definitely do.
So talk about that 9th grade year. How well do you do it as your personal goals? Like, what do you achieve your 9th grade year?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I went crazy on JV. I think I averaged like 25, almost 30 points. I had a good JV team. You know, I had a lot of good local talent. My boy Josh Holly, he back in Israel right now. You know what I'm saying? We was turning up, you know, because we felt we should have been on varsity. Right. Like, he was a year older than me, but we felt we should have been on that varsity team. And we used to practice, and we used to really go at him. You know, and a guy that I was neck and neck with as a freshman and even through middle school got that opportunity before me, you know. So it was one of those, like, it just added a lot of fuel to the fire.
Made you go hard.
Come on, like, yeah.
Talk about, so you have a good freshman year. You have a breakout. You know, you slept on. Talk about that 9th grade summer. Like, what are you working on so you don't get slept on no more? What are you improving on so you can go to the next level?
So at that point, I'm little, but I'm one of those like aggressive scoring type of guards. So I was really working on my jumper. I was really working on my jump shot and being able to create. I went to Pangos camp. It's when Pangos first started, and I didn't make the top 15. I made the one like slightly under, but I'm seeing all the talent that's around me, so I'm knowing I can compete. Like, I know I can eventually belong here, and that whole time was about getting stronger, getting more athletic. You know, because I was barely touching the rim, backboard. You know what I mean? I was fast, but I didn't really have that bounce or that strength. So that whole summer, man, we flipping tires, we outside in the heat, jump roping, like, we doing a lot of stuff, and I ended up hitting a growth spurt. That's when I hit my growth spurt. Yeah. So that's when it got a little different for me my sophomore year. You know, I went from being a point guard to, bro, I'm playing the 4-man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm almost 6 foot now. My coach don't want me to handle the ball because he got other guards smaller than me, been there, you know, but because of my versatility, he can keep me out there. Right. You know, so that's kind of all I worked on, is like being versatile to where like I can be on the court with anybody. Unpositionless. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So that sophomore year, you made varsity.
I made varsity. Yeah, I made varsity. I had some adversity throughout that year, but I eventually got to start. But I was out of position early. Like, I grew, but I didn't grow into my body. Right. Like, it grew too quickly. So like, I had to refine my guard skills. But because I worked on that jumper, and I was physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play hard, and so I play in the 4 with, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of other guards and stuff like that.
So you having to like go back and refine everything that you once did at this height. Yes. To be able to do it at this height.
At this height, and it was adjustment because, you know, I'm like really legs, like I'm like small torso, long legs. So it's like my legs grew, and like the crossovers I was goofy. I feel like Bambi, you know what I mean? Like, I had to, like, dang, this is a new body, you know what I mean? This is a different form of me, and it took that year to kind of adjust and kind of be like, okay, I can do more. You know what I mean? I can do more instead of just handling the ball and all that stuff.
How far do y'all make it your sophomore year in the playoffs?
We don't make it at all. I think I don't think we make the playoffs, or we get bounced out the first round.
Are you thinking about transferring?
Nah. So like, that was one thing that my dad always stuck with me. Like, we gonna stick it out. We not gonna the grass isn't always green on the other side. Now, for some people, leaving and going to a different situation is necessary if you have like bad relationships with the coaches, or you're not necessarily getting what you deserve. Yeah, you can always do that, but it's not always the problem. That's not always the solution to you know, what's going on. And my thing was, like I said, I'm gonna work until I'm undeniable. Right. I'm gonna get to the point where, like, bro, you have no choice but to put me on this court and make sure and put the ball in my hand. Right. You know what I mean? So
you have my great sophomore year, saying like you get.
It was decent. It was decent. Yeah, like I was productive. You know, I actually got to learn and understand the game, and I actually got to play. You know, that was the biggest thing. I wasn't just like riding the bench on varsity my first time.
You was actually a part of.
I was a starter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a starter.
How much are you averaging your sophomore year?
Maybe about 10.
That's straight though.
About 8 to 10. You know, like
you having like not to cut y'all. Are you
good.
having like older guys on the team?
Yeah.
That is their team.
It's their team. You know what I mean? And then in my JV unit, we kind of move up together. And my coach is not playing us together. So we played AAU together from my 7th grade year all the way until they graduated. My dad had a local team. He didn't branch me out to no other AAU teams until I was a junior. You know, we could have bounced around and did all that stuff. He was like, boy, you need to kind of like get what Arena's doing with his son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was on that with me. He was like, bro, like, you don't need to go nowhere. Like, if you're good and you talented, they're going to find you. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you really go out there and make this team win and you play and you perform, you don't need to go play with nobody, no talented groups or be in front of all these lights and stuff. Because if you go and you're not like that, you're just going to be riding the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a decent year. It was a decent year for us for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't say I was going like crazy, but like it was definitely a good start to my varsity career.
So 10th grade, now what are you taking into the summer? Like, yeah, now I need to work on this. Now I ain't worked on getting stronger. I ain't flipped tires. I ain't caught a growth spurt. I'm retuned my game. Now what is it that you need to work on going to the 11th grade?
So going to 11th grade, I had to get back playing with the ball in my hand. So I had to get back to getting comfortable, handling the ball, getting back to that point guard position and that high energy. You know, like I was already like doing the dirty work, you know, taking charges, you know what I'm saying, falling on the ground, rebounding, like I was already doing that. But then again, I needed to add that ball handling to the point where like coach gonna trust to put the ball in my hand.
Right.
He not saying, oh, you got a shaky handle. It's like, bro, give Drew the ball.
Right.
You know what I mean? And give him the ball, let him make the plays. And you know what I mean? It's not like my teammates, hey, give me the ball, go to the corner, go to the corner. Like it was not gonna be one of those.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I had to work on becoming an alpha male
Being a
again.
leader.
Yeah, being a leader.
How was the adjustment, like being vocal? Because you seem like a pretty laid back guy. How was that, like having to be the leader on the team at a young age in the 11th grade? Like now it's pretty much your show. How are you processing it?
It was a learning curve because like you said, my demeanor, I don't say too much. I kind of do it by my actions, but when I do speak, I had to learn like how to talk to people.
Right.
Because like I can't always say the first thing that's on my mind. I can't keep calling these boys sorry. I can't come out there and be negative because I feel they should have did this and I would have did it better. So it was more of like learning how to communicate. Like I could talk to you, but it was like talking to the point where it's not causing confrontation.
Right.
To the point where like I'm putting down my teammates and stuff like that, and then they try to say something to me, I'm not trying to be receptive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but you know, I'm a kid, so I really don't know those things at that age. But like, as I'm going through it, like I see it. I see some of the friction I'm having with some of my teammates. But then again, I see like we out here still having success. So it was more that fine line, like, iron gonna sharpen iron. And then we was all dogs. Like the guys I grew up with, the guys I played with, like we'll battle. We gonna fight in practice. We gonna dive in that loose ball because like we all thought we was good and we all wanted to prove it. Like that's what it was. Like we all wanted to prove it, and that's part of why like we had success. We ended up doing well. Like I think that's a big part of it.
You talked about going to Pango's camp early on in the 9th grade. Now, and at this point you ain't got better. Are you going to more camps? And
yeah, so I definitely go to a few more camps. I didn't do a lot of them, but I went to Pango's again. So it was fresh sophomore. I was a freshman when I went. Sophomore year, I made the cream of the crop team. Like I made the top game. I made it to the point where now, okay, they see the improvement, they see the talent. He's more athletic, his game is evolving. Now, did I make it to the California one? No, but hey, like you gotta take the small victories. You know what I'm saying? Like I went from making like the top 30 game to now I'm in a game where guys are ranked. Like now we getting to the point where I'm getting on the boards. I'm surpassing guys who was already ahead of me.
Right.
You know.
Talk about some of your best moments at camp. Like What do you think like your best moments at camp been?
I think my best moment at camp was when I got invited to the John Lucas camp. I got invited to the John Lucas camp, I think my junior year, sophomore summer, maybe junior year, and I went crazy in there. I went crazy. I think Trey Young was in that camp too, but this is when he was younger. He might have been a freshman, but that was a time where, like, you know how camps are, and like if you're not really like emerging as like the alpha to get the ball, you can get caught up in like, dang, I didn't get no shots, they ball hogging, or I'm getting caught in a corner.
Right.
Like it was to the point where like I knew how to get the ball. I knew how to gravitate to the ball. I knew how to get my shots. I knew how to, you know, when I get the ball, come down, score real quickly without having to dribble, or pass the ball and like, dang, I might not get it back. You know what I mean? I got to the point where like every time I touched it, I'm making a play. You know what I mean? Not just touch it and like not doing nothing with the ball.
Right. When do you think it clicked for you?
That's sophomore summer, because I grew again. So I grew to like 6'3", 6'4", and then going into my junior year, I'm a monster. Like going to junior year, I'm dunking, I'm dropping 30 consistently. You know, my ball handling's tight. You know, the guys on my team are seniors, so they finna go. So it's a different level of pressure for them. You know, like, cause I'm growing with them. You know what I mean? But I'm younger, so like my growth is kind of being shown a little bit more in the light. You know what I'm saying? Like my talent.
Because you're having to lead older guys now.
I'm leading older guys. So at that point, you know, it's like, little bro out here hooping. So they kind of like, I need to step up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need to kind of do my thing in order to, you know, kind of
help him out, make him look good as well. Because
he making us look good. You know what I mean? And I don't want, and like we don't just want him to shine, all that. Like I want a piece of the pie too.
Right.
And I'm like, y'all go get it. You know what I mean? Y'all see y'all see the work I'm doing. We doing the same exact work. You know what I mean? Now am I doing more? Yeah. But hey, that's just me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wanted it a little differently. Like I didn't party. I wasn't really outside. I wasn't the flyest. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really get into myself until my junior year, when, you know, it's starting to really click.
Is it in the back of your head that your sister is?
Absolutely. It's in the front of my head. It's in the front. She going to USA, Olympics, winning gold medals. She traveling. She, you know what I mean? Like Duke offers, Baylor offers. Like I'm seeing the recruitment process. Like I got to meet Coach K because of her. You know what I mean? My freshman year in high school, because we wasn't in high school together.
Right.
Like it's a 4-year gap. So I'm seeing it, and I'm like, bro, he didn't know who I was. Like he ain't pay me no mind whatsoever. And that right there stung a little bit. I'm like, dang, you're a legendary coach. Like my sister up here, and this man don't even know my name. Like he don't even know who I am. You know what I mean? So it was one of those type of feelings. Like I took it personal, bro. Like
so this like this what you taking back? Oh, okay.
Every
you
time.
don't know me, but gotcha.
You don't know me. You eventually will. Like, yeah, you know my sister. Now and also what motivated that Reggie Miller and Cheryl Miller, that relationship. I kind of followed that a little bit more too. Like Reggie Miller come home, like, I just had 50. Then sister, I had 80. You know what I mean? Like, and like it used to always trump what I was doing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I just had a good game, but Lexi just did this. She just won another gold medal. She just had a triple-double here. She just won state. I'm like, you know what? And I'm proud. Like I'm a proud brother. Like, but then again, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna be the one that like
not have awards and achievements as well.
I'm not gonna be the sorry little brother. I'm not gonna be the little brother where he was okay and he just never really, just okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this dope, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro. That's exactly how I feel.
Cause I was like, man, if you got if she getting it, I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all putting in the same work. You come from the same
household.
Yeah.
Come from my father. We doing the same exact thing. You know what I mean?
So did you think that, okay, we doing the same thing? Did you think like, okay, I'm gonna get it too then? Or
yeah, I was confident. With me, I was a little delusional. And you can go back and ask my high school coaches. Like I talk trash, bro. I'm gonna be better than you. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be a McDonald's All-American. I'm gonna be a Jordan All-American. I'm 5'8". I'm a freshman. I'm not even starting on varsity. I'm on JV. And I'm telling my coach this, and he just looking at me. Just looking at me crazy. You're not even on this. Like, you know what I mean? Really down. I'm like, all right, bet. Say less. Like, cool. Like, all right, bet. I'm gonna keep telling you. I'm gonna keep putting it in your face. And then next you know, I start getting better. They start shaking their head. They be like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He might actually do it. And then when I do it, it's like, oh, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
How do you separate that though? Like, how do you, because at this point, like you said, you got McDonald's, Jordan, everybody coming in. They want a piece of the pie. Like, they want to see how they can be your friend so they can, man, do stuff with you or go places with you. How do you separate yourself from the fake and the real?
See, like, with me, I was kind of always an antisocial, like, popular loner type of guy. Like, I wasn't always in the mix. I wasn't always outside, like, especially younger. You know, I had a few friends that I was in a whole different lane, you know what I mean? Because, like, my people really pushed academics for me.
Right.
You know, so I didn't really start feeling myself or getting into the media or getting into all the other stuff until, like, that stuff started to come.
Right.
Until I actually realized, like, getting what offers can do, what all this, what, like, getting a boss like mixtape really feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know it until it started actually, like, happening. You know, so, like, I wasn't trying to be buddy with people.
Yeah.
And they knew that. Like, based on my on the court, the same. But I'm not trying to be buddy with you. If you're not in the gym or you're not doing this, but we're not the same. Like, I don't want to
conversate. It's over with.
It's over with. It's dead. Like, you trying to, oh, what's up, Drew? What you doing? I'm in the gym. What you doing? Oh, we finna go. Okay, cool. I'm at like 24-hour fitness. I'm there to 2 or 3 in the morning. Like, when I first started driving, they used to trust me. Like, I'm going to go to the gym. After practice, I'm going to 24. Like, I'm gonna be out there playing all day until I come home. Like, that's what I was stuck on.
So you leaving high school and
I'm leaving practice, going straight to 24-hour fitness.
just hooping all day long.
That's all I did, bro. And my home. And if you like doing the same thing as me, we're gonna be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be friends. So that's just how it was with me.
Talk about some of those top guards that you didn't get a chance to play against at those camps. Because you ain't got, I just watched you versus Trae Young at Duncanville Fieldhouse, 2016, 2017. I don't know if that was the year it was, but
That
like.
was a year.
Oh, okay.
That was a year. So my junior year, I got to play against De'Aaron Fox. Now, he didn't know this, but to me, he was like my crosstown little rival.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was my, like, we're the same size, same build, you know what I mean? But he was a lefty. And, like, I ain't gonna lie, he was one of the guys that I wanted to really go at because he was cold. Like, he was really nice. I've been playing against him since I was in 5th grade. And he had always been cold coming out of Houston. So, like, I took that matchup personal. I got to play him in the Peach Jam, and then I played him in the Thanksgiving Hoop Fest too. Ooh. So I played him like the next game after I played Trae Young. And then when I got on the Nike circuit is when I got to play against everybody. I'm playing against Miles Bridges, Malik Monk, you know, I'm playing against Jason Tatum. Like, I'm playing against all these guys.
Players.
Yeah, I get to play against them because the circuit is when I finally got to leave my local team. Because they've been warning me. They've been like, they calling me like, hey, Drew, it's time to get out there. Like, yes, you comfortable where you are, but like, you kind of know that feeling. Like, you know to capitalize when you hot. You know what I mean? Like, capitalize when you get multiple phone calls from different sources that want you, and they really like trying to get you. Like, at that point, I told my pops, I'm like, bro, I got to go play EYBL. Because he wanted me to play with the local team. Because I did play a little bit with Mo Williams. So my sophomore year, I did play a little bit with Mo Williams, with Terrance Ferguson. That was my first little taste. I went to a little circuit. I played one tournament. And then I was supposed to play with the Mustangs, the Dallas Mustangs out here.
Yep.
And so, like, Tony and them was, because my dad had good relationships with them. My dad really wanted me to play with them. But, like, so my dad's quadriplegic, and I'm helping him get in bed one day. And the P Jam is on TV. The Nike circuit is on TV. I'm like, look, Pops, you see that? That's EYBL. A team here wants me to play there. I'm like, bro, I gotta go there. Like, I like Mo, I like the Mustangs, but I probably won't ever have another chance to go out there. And bro, my first tournament in the EYBL, bro, I got like 15 offers before I got back on the plane.
Now I was gonna ask you, bro, did you have any offers before the 11th grade year?
Yeah, so I had some, but like it was like Navy. It was like something small. I had interest from UT Arlington because my uncle was there at the time. So my uncle was like a player development coach and stuff like that. So I had some small stuff, but it wasn't like nothing.
Amazing.
It wasn't nothing really crazy. I had some interest from Weber State, like Richmond. but it was never really no offers. I think the only offer I had was from the Navy.
Are you knowing, like, if I get on this EYBL circuit, I get a chance to play against the best guys, and I know I'm one of the best guys, like, or is it to the point to where it's just like, I can just keep on killing the competition here?
I'm thinking, if I get on the Nike circuit, I'm gonna play against them dudes, and they don't know who I am.
Right.
They ain't never seen me.
Upper hand.
You hear me? I see them, but they ain't never seen me. So it's gonna be a different feel. Like how I'm moving, the shots I'm getting to, I know I'm finna hit them with something they ain't never seen. So that's kind of my mindset. I'm like, but I want to go there. I want to play against these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Either I'm gonna sink or I'm gonna swim. Yeah. I know I'm gonna swim. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. Cause my pops didn't want me, bro. He didn't want me to stay. He really wanted me to go
local.
Yeah, he wanted me to go Mo Williams. He didn't want me to go the Mustangs.
What AAU team did you play for? EYBL?
Pro Skills.
Oh, okay. Pro Skills early on.
And that was when Pro Skills was just popping. Like,
who did they have? Who else did they have on Pro Skills?
We had Jalen Harris.
Okay.
We had Marquise Bolden.
Okay.
We had Curtis Hollis.
Okay.
And we had Elijah Elliott. We had my boy Kel. Like it was, and my boy Jacoby. And see, that was a family, bro. Like we was lucky. Like the Elliots really, really took care of us. Like really, really took care of us, bro. And like the weekends where we having tour days and stuff like that. Tim Martin, that's when I got introduced to Tim Martin. Mm-hmm. That's when, I ain't gonna lie, like the story, I didn't like Tim when I first met him.
Why?
Cause you know what? It was one of the tournaments, we was at the Icebreaker tournament. And he could already tell I was different. I was the type of dude, like, I would wear flip-flops with no socks. I was one of them type of dudes with a vibe. I was one of them type of dudes. And he came up to me, he was like, bro, you could be the best kept secret. And I looked at him, I'm like, bro, why you talking to me, bro? Like, I don't know you. Like, don't come, what are you talking to me for? And it wasn't until I did my research on who he was and what he's done, and then how he was just gravitating to me naturally.
Yeah, it wasn't even no.
It wasn't even no, like, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
get something from you.
Get something from me. He was just like, bro, you could be a best kept secret.
Right.
And he the one who installed a lot of the confidence, a lot of the swagger that I have. You know what I mean? Like, he the one who kind of, like, brought that out of me. You know what I mean? To the point where I can kind of play with that swagger. And he was like, cause I'm the type of guy, like, if you rock with me, coach, I'm gonna go through a wall for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you install the confidence in me, like, you're gonna see the best version of me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and I didn't realize that's what he was doing, like, at the first time when we first met.
Man, it's crazy. You, it's senior year, you come back from all these camps.
Still the realest. I just get torn dope good. They gon' call me when they finish. Bitch, fuck with me, it's a privilege. I been ballin' hard championship, you niggas playing in a scrimmage. Zillionaire, big business. Wanna fuck with us, don't put nobody in the business. Posting throwbacks, niggas finish. Had a good day, feeling good, so I'm flipping through the city. Tried to get my nigga game, but he ain't get it. Get rich or die trying every day, a nigga risky. Real deep boy. Get too much money, make a nigga paranoid. I don't know who I can trust. Every time loud on the way, a nigga get a rush. These boys dream. Find a plug, everybody eat, build up your team. Everything what it seems. Niggas get too much money, start having bad dreams. I go Louis every time, I never see me wear Supreme. Big Z piece, got it off the gasoline.
What were your dream colleges?
Louisville, Arizona. I wanted to go to Louisville, Arizona, and I wanted to go to North Carolina.
Okay.
Them was my schools. At Arizona, Stanley Johnson was the guy that I really liked. Stanley Johnson in high school was different.
You played against him in high school?
No, bro. He was older than me.
Okay.
And he was older than me, but his body, his frame, the way he was hooping against dudes.
The way he was dunking, the way he was throwing it down. Yeah.
What? It was crazy.
Yes, bro.
And then at Louisville, I think Peyton Silver. Russ Smith, boy, they was so cold.
They had Chris Jones.
Bro, they was so cold. And then I remember, because I would know what? They was playing Michigan. I think they was in the Final Four. I got to go to a game for the first time at the Cowboy Stadium. One of my friends got to take me to a Final Four matchup. I was like, bro, this is crazy, crazy atmosphere.
It is.
So it was one of those schools, like, I didn't think it was gonna happen, bro. I didn't think nothing of it. And then I grew up watching KD. So my favorite player kind of changed when I was a junior. My mama was always watching, you see that Kevin Durant boy? You see him? That boy good. So I'm like, let me tap in.
Let me see what he talking about.
Let me see what he talking about. And then next thing you know, I'm like, he went to Texas. Let me start looking at UT. Let me start looking at in the local areas, because I like SMU too, because Emmanuel Mudiay was finna go there.
I like Mudiay.
Mudiay was supposed to go there. Keith Frazier was supposed to go there.
I like dude too.
Yeah, so like I'm looking at, and Larry Brown was there. So them,
you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with that, man. You couldn't go wrong. So them was the schools I was really looking at probably my junior year, because that's when we went to state. I took my team to state my junior year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's when we was really on. So that's when we was really, because we played against Plano West. They had DJ Hogue, they had Tyler Davis, they had So-So Jumbo, Mickey Mitchell. They was cold, and we was giving them the business, bro. We played them a couple times, bro. We gave them all they could handle. They pulled it out at the end every time, but like we lost to them in the semifinals in state.
So y'all down there in Austin?
We in Austin already. You know what I'm saying? I had been there already when my sister won state. So my sister had won state. Then you know I'm taking another trip back down there.
So in your head, you like, man, I gotta win it.
Gotta win it, bro. And look, I came off an injury. So like, I'm coming off an injury. We making this crazy state run. Like, this is when I played against Carson Edwards. So Carson Edwards was at a Taxaceta. They was like Houston. 36-0.
Okay.
We played them to go to state. We gave them their first loss of the year. That game was so crazy, bro. Bro, it was one of the latest games because they was undefeated. They was like the favorites to kind of like
win it out,
go all the way. And bro, that was a battle.
Did you get a chance to play against Yates? Did you get some of
Nah, I didn't get none of Yates because they was 3A.
Okay.
They was 3A, so they was a division lower than us. So
what about the Harrison twins?
Nah, because they was older than me.
Okay.
Man, I grew up watching the twins too at Frisco Fieldhouse. We used to always see the twins up there. Andrew had that wide body. He used to always cross dudes up.
Bro, he moves, bro. They were good.
They was cold, bro.
So I'm trying to see who would be like somebody that I'm missing in your class then.
So it was Fox, Terrance Ferguson, JJ Caldwell. In Texas, it was really select. It wasn't really like it wasn't really too much because who else was it? King McClure. I can't forget about King.
Yeah.
Elijah Thomas.
Yeah, I know.
Alex Robinson.
Yeah.
Who else did we play against? Admon Gilder. Admon was another one. They're my brothers. Admon and E-Dot, we grew close together. Because I used to always be in South Dallas playing against them. So like, they had the GI Soldiers tournaments. And we used to always
battle.
Bro, we used to always go at it at younger age. And then it was, as we got older, you know what I'm saying? Started to kind of fine tune things and start to really see each other on a bigger scale.
When do you commit?
Texas plays, this is when I start going on some official visit. Texas played North Carolina at home. At home.
Who the point guard at this point?
Isaiah.
At Texas. I mean, not
Isaiah Taylor.
Not who the point guard at University of North Carolina at this point? Page.
Yes. Lefty. Yes, boy. Yes. So he the point guard over there, but they coach. So I'm like, dang, two of my favorite schools over there. And then I got offers from both of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let's see. I'm finna watch the game. Javon Felix. Bro, it's like 0.2 seconds left to go on the clock. Texas down 1. He get the ball at the elbow. Wow. Crowd go crazy. Game winner. Yeah. I'm committing that night. That I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell nobody because I was originally committed to Arizona. So I was supposed to go to Zona. But thing about it messed up my recruitment. It was a lot of scandals going on. So Texas wasn't really my first
option.
It wasn't at first. Like Louisville was the one. I wanted to play for Patino.
Right.
I wanted to go out there to Louisville. But as soon as I got there, that scandal had dropped. Yeah. I'm telling you, me and I think TJ Leaf had an official visit. And Patino is he's coaching the Puerto Rican national team. Bro, as soon as I get there on a visit, I'm shooting around. They take me and my family to a little room. He got to go deal with the media because the scandal dropped. So I was like, dang, they going to be sanctioned. They not going to be able to make the tournament. So I'm like, ruined that offer. Like, not didn't ruin the offer, but it was like it kind of swayed me away from that decision. And then Arizona, I go take a visit to Arizona. Bro, I loved Arizona, bro.
West Coast.
Bro, I loved Arizona, man. Like, that was the one. Like, that was the one. And they had another scandal with that coach on some so I'm like, bro, why is all my favorite schools like?
It must not be meant.
It must not be meant to be. And then Shaka Smart started recruiting me. So Rick Barnes didn't recruit me. Shaka ended up getting a job over there. And I ain't gonna lie, he showed me the most love. He knew my mind. He knew, like, far as basketball, I liked, like, sets, drawing up. I was real, like, analytical and really particular about the game. You know what I'm saying? And he used to send me letters all the time. And then he'll drop a play on a letter. Hey, we're gonna run this type of horns action, yada, yada. And like, every letter, it consisted of that stuff.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? That's fire. That's a different level of commitment. He's like, hey, we're gonna run this play right here, and like, it's like a little card. Then I read a letter, and I flip it over. It's like a diagram of a play. I'm like, oh shoot, I like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I like
different.
That is different. You know what I mean?
It's different.
And I was into vases at the time. I was into like hats with like the little tennis hats. On my visit, man, all the coaches had the vases on. Like, all of them, I'm like, oh, so y'all really paying attention
to you? Yeah,
like, y'all really, like, y'all are seeing my interests, seeing what I like, and y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, we see that. And it was in between them and Baylor, because my sister was transferring to Baylor. You know, she had transferred from Duke to Baylor. And then Coach Drew and them, it was crazy. They was racing to the gyms and all that stuff. Like, hey, we the first one. Like, bro, it was cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It was fun, man. Like, and so when it came down to committing, it was between Baylor, A&M, Arizona, and Texas. But the way Texas's roster was set up, it was going to be the only school where I could start and play as a freshman that I knew guaranteed I was going.
Because at this point, Javon, he
leaving.
Was saying,
Isaiah Taylor was foregoing his senior year. He was leaving. And then I'm starting to see all the guys committing to, like, Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina. I'm like, ain't no room for me over there. Riley Atkins and I think Kobe Simmons was going to Zona.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the roster. They had a good young talent. They had just lost to, I think, Nevada
in
the tournament on a buzzer beater. Tevin Mack was there. Kerwin Roach was there. I was like, okay, I got real close with them on my visit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, I come in there, me and Snoop, backcourt with Ted. And then I was helping recruit Jared Allen. I was like, oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It was a no-brainer at that point. And I'm close to home. Like, I'm a hometown kid. Like, it was a chance for my parents to come to every game.
3 hours away, 2 hours away.
You hear me?
2.5 hours
and then
away.
It was bouncing from, they'll go to Waco, watch my sister and play. Then they'll come watch me play. You know, so I always loved having them around. And that's why a lot of the East Coast and North Coast teams like kind of started recruiting me a little bit because they got the hearing that I'm trying to be closest. I want my people to come to the games.
Yeah, I want to be in Texas.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for my father to travel. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I'm most likely gonna stay this way. You know.
They said you got an NIL before the NIL.
Who said that? Oh, hold on.
I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with you, bro. That's one of my questions I asked. I tell everybody there, bro. I'm just messing with you, bro. But how you feel about the NIL now, though?
I think it's cool. Honestly, we get honest. There's some reparations that I feel like I deserve. But as far as like getting it from the beginning, they showed me some love. You know what I'm saying? If I would have stayed another year, I probably would have capitalized even more on it. But I think it's a good deal. You know what's crazy? I got essays from my freshman year in college writing about that. I actually like submitted to the NCAA multiple essays about speaking on why players should be played and all that stuff. So it was crazy that like toward the end of my career, like it actually happened. Like I'm telling you, gang, like I'm real life like writing, because it was like I was in this rhetoric class. So it was a writing class that we had to take as a freshman, where like everybody got to take, you know what I'm saying, writing courses. And the topic that I was talking about was like why athletes should be paid. or if they should or not.
Right.
And I was passionate about that because most people don't know this, but if you was a college student and you go for like music arts or anything like that, at that time you could go to school, get a scholarship, and get paid for performances.
Yeah.
So like most people didn't know that, but like if you did an instrument,
you did research on it.
Yes, bro. I was really on that,
Yeah,
and I was like, bro, how can these get scholarships and play instruments and still can go do performance and get paid to do it? And like that was part of that was one of my biggest arguments. Like along that point, like bro, we work full-time jobs. Like we go out here, we got to work a schedule. We got to go out here and train. We can't miss study hall. We can't do this. And then on top of that, we got to go to class. We got to turn in this work. Like if we don't do the work, we can't play. And then we got stipends.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's decent. That's cool.
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But they try to use that. Well, you're getting a scholarship. Your scholarship is over $40,000. I'm like, yeah. But then again, who is generating the most amount of money for your school?
Not only that, but man, I ain't put in the work for this scholarship.
Come on, bro. Like
academics and sports. Like you know how good you gotta be to go. Like Texas, like one of them schools is hard to get in if you're not educated inclined. So like academic inclined.
Yeah.
So like we talking about somebody who got almost have a 3.5 in high school.
Come on, like.
Yeah, you scoring 30 points a game. I gotta work on my game.
I work on my game, you know what I mean? And then I'm at my 6 in the morning doing heavy miles. I'm out here exerting my body, you know what I'm saying? I can't really go out and enjoy the college experience. I gotta watch what I do because I'm under a microscope. And on top of that, I gotta be in class. I gotta listen to you. Then also I gotta turn in these assignments before 11:59. You know what I mean? So after practice, I gotta go make sure I gotta go type this paper, 4-5 page essay. Gotta study for some exams. I'm like, bro, this is exhausting, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and a normal student,
mine is
normal
kicking it.
I mean, they just kicking it. They might go to class a little bit, then they might do their work, but then they got 6-7 hours of parlay to kind of do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it just wasn't necessarily, the math didn't equate to like, you know what I'm saying? Like the work didn't equate to what we was getting all the time, you know? So.
Talk about that first day of college practice. Like you coming from high school, it's time to transition, trying to be a man then. Because you're going against other mans. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the McDonald's All-American game, bro. My fault. I ain't want my fault.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
I never really talked about that for real. But
yeah, how was this selection? Like?
I ain't gonna lie. Getting the selection, getting the ballot, it was cool, bro. It was an experience, bro. It was like one thing that I never forget, but I was a little salty that I didn't get to play. Me and VJ King didn't get no minutes.
VJ King, Ohio.
Bro, we ain't get no minutes for real. Now, I was doing good in practices. Like, I was killing them practices. Now, I had like I had got dehydrated. So I had like full body cramps in practices and stuff like that. So that could have affected like me not playing, me not getting no minutes and stuff like that. But then again, bro, I was pissed. Like there's a picture of me and Tim. Like I'm looking at the minutes after the game. I'm pissed, bro. I'm like, bro, why am I even here, bro? Why'd y'all even let me come here and not even get to have fun, bro? I didn't get to really show my game, bro. Like I played like 3 or 4 minutes that game, bro. I was tight. I took all that out in the Jordan game. I'm like, it's not happening twice, bro. Like, y'all not finna do me that twice.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I get the medical. I get, like, I got dehydrated and I had to go get some. I get that. Like, y'all probably taking some precautionary steps, whatever the case may be, but I was ready to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was ready to play. Like,
that's big time, man.
You know what I mean?
Guard.
No, we was in Chicago. So it was the first time it was in Chicago.
Okay.
And that's when they, I think they still do it in Chicago to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bro, it was lit, bro. Like, it was an experience going to the Ronald McDonald house, seeing all like, cause I ain't never go to top NBA camps. I ain't know to go to I ain't go to none of those camps. So like, only camps I went to was Pangos when I was in freshman, sophomore. So all them big time camps and Nike Summit and all that, and I never got invited to none of those. Like I never really went. So like me getting picked to be at McDonald's was like my
introduction.
Yeah, that was my introduction to all that, the lifestyle. And it was, I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt, bro. I was hurt I didn't get to play, bro. I was so sick. But I took full advantage in the Jordan game. The Jordan game is when I got to really show my full talent. I should have won MVP of the game, but I think the second half it just didn't go in my favor. The second half it was more of the I think Malik Monk got it, and I want to say Miles Bridges.
I want to ask you a question. When you hit McDonald's All-American, is Jabari Parker there?
Nah, he older than me.
Okay.
So so it was De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, Markelle Fultz, Jason Tatum, Miles Bridges, VJ King, Al Tariq Gilbert, Lonzo Ball. Who am I missing, bro? Jonathan Isaac. Yeah. All of them in the league except me right now, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, all of them in the league.
Damn, that's wild.
Crazy.
What's that first practice like when you get to Texas?
Texas, bro, it was lit, bro. It was intense. So freshman year was rough for us. You remember how I told you how like high school, like we was fighting and all that. Like Shaka built he built a system of like we're gonna compete. Like it's you versus me, and whoever made the best man win. So we didn't know how to channel that for real. It became real like it wasn't building brotherly bonds. It was really pushing us apart. Not his fault. It was us as kids not really knowing what that really meant. Like I'm gonna go at you, but I'm gonna make each other better. All right, good job, bro. Nah, it was I'm going at you. You suck. Like you know what I mean? Like that's kind of the energy that was going on with the guards, at least. And practice was intense, bro. Practice was intense, and then the coaching was setting the tone as well. I remember one time, bruh, I'll never forget. I remember one time I get a rebound, I'm pushing in transition. The midi is my game. So I come down, I'm point guard. So I'm trying to really understand, I'm an aggressive scoring point guard, but I gotta also understand pick and choose my spots and in college getting to a set. So I guess I came down one time, I just crossed over. I wasn't thinking about nobody else, bro. I just crossed over, went to a mid-range pull-up, mid-shot, horn, blow the whistle. No, we're not doing. I was like, what? I was like, oh man, he tripping, bro. I was like, nah, like.
Did you hit the shot?
Nah, I missed it. So I missed it, but like he like blew the whistle mid-shot.
Oh, okay.
So mid-shot before I even had a chance for it to go in is, I'm like, bro, like.
It must have been early in the.
It was like, yeah, he trying to set the tone of like, bro, you're the point guard, bro. Like, yes, I get this is how you play, this is how your game, but you got to pick and choose, bro. We're running sets and like, you ain't passed the ball to nobody.
Right.
Like you just came down and just jacked the shot. You know what I mean? Like you got to earn your stripes, freshman, before you can come down and start taking these type of shots. And that was one thing about me. Like I learned to like how the saying go, like ask for forgiveness later. You know what I mean? Like one of those, like I'd rather not like ask for permission, but then ask for forgiveness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was more for like ask for forgiveness and then for permission. You know what I mean? And that's where it kind of conflicted. Yeah, it conflicted. And then then it kind of reserved my mindset of the game a little bit. So now I'm looking for permission to take shots now. I'm looking for confirmation. Like I'm a little hesitant on taking these shots, but I still was taking them. But it was like I was like, okay, you're right. Let me learn a little bit. I can't just come down and I got other good players around me, and I got to be able to make others around me better. So the first couple of practices at UT, it was intense. It was tough.
What's their first college game like?
Lit.
Who did y'all play?
Oh, who do we play? Who did we play, bro? I think Colorado, some Colorado State team. But we was going crazy. Me and Jerry was going crazy. I had one game where I ain't miss a shot. I had like 15, 16 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Bro, it was the first couple of games, bro, was wild, man. Like, it was going really, really good. But we were so young and experienced when it came down to like closing games is when it's. But I remember this day vividly. We were playing in Colorado. No, we was in New York at some classic game. I played against Derek White. This is Derek White, my freshman year. When I tell you this boy was a handful, I think he had like 25 on us. I'm like, bro, who is this dude? Like he ain't come out of nowhere, bro. Like I didn't know who he was. I didn't know. And then my coach was like, see, look, I told you, you better have some respect for these boys, or they gonna come out there and I'm like, as a freshman, I'm arrogant. I'm like, man,
I'm McDonald's man.
Come on, bro. This dude can't mess with me, bro.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, right, boy. You see why he a champion now.
Yeah.
Like, and I still remember that. Like, me and Derek White, cool. Like, I see him. I remember seeing him in Austin when he was playing with the Spurs and stuff like that. So like, I grew a level of respect for him, especially after that game.
Right.
Especially, he humbled me my freshman year for sure.
What's the best game you had your freshman year? Because I looked the freshman stats up.
Maybe
you had some good games.
I know, bro. I had a lot of good games.
You had a lot of good games, and you didn't hit a lot of buzzer beaters.
I know.
This might be like one of your special talents or something.
It's buzzer beat. Yeah, I know. Hitting them game one. I think OU.
OU
was probably the littest at home. OU was probably the littest. But then I was going crazy in the conference tournament too. The conference tournament, because we only made the tournament if we like won through. But we didn't make the NCAA and the NIT. We didn't make none of that. Like, it was a very bad season. But I had a good game against Georgia. After there was like a little in-house issue that had happened. And then after that, I had went on a crazy run where I was averaging like 15, shooting 40. You know what I mean? I had to refocus. But OU was probably one of the most memorable games, that game winner.
Are you looking at the mock draft your freshman year?
Oh, for sure. I'm looking at, okay, I'm on this. Okay, me, Jared here, I'm here. Okay, I'm having a good season, especially after, like you said, the little in-house issue we had. Especially after that, I'm looking at my numbers. I'm like, bro, I'm undeniable.
Right.
And then, only reason why I ain't go to the draft, because my dad wanted me to come back. And we didn't really know nothing, bro. Like my parents, we didn't, like, I'm the first
boy
going through this process. Like, I don't, like, so really I'm ignorant. Like, I don't know nothing of what's going on, what to expect, what getting invited to the combine means. You know what I mean? Like,
Nick, you there.
Bro, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that, like, if I'm at the combine, I'm finna get drafted. You know what I mean? I was, even in second, I didn't realize how good getting second round was. Like, getting second round pick right now is, you see Bronny, getting second round pick could be amazing.
Man,
you know?
life changing.
And
who else got somebody else got picked second round too. I just watched that interview the other day. They Hall of Fame and I can't think of it.
Bro, there was one dude who was a second round pick, the last pick in I think, was it Devontae Graham? Or it was somebody. It was like one of the last picks in the second round. Man, it's gonna kill me, bro. I gotta know my history.
This is how I'm feeling too. I just watched the interview the other day, bro.
Yeah.
It come to me.
Yeah, for sure.
It come to.
But the truth of the matter is that if I'd have known that, because I wanted to go, my mom wanted me to go, but my dad was like, "Come back, boy. You'll have a better season. You know this." Mo Bamba was coming, and I had my boy Dylan coming. We were supposed to be nice, but we were nice, and it wasn't wrong, like. And I came back too, like me being a confident dude. I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna be a lottery pick, so I'm gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? This next class,
not messing with me.
They not messing with me. Like, I got to deal with Malik Monk, Lonzo, and all these dudes. Fox. I'm like, yeah, all right, bro. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side.
Right.
I'm gonna do one more year, and it was coming true, bro. I just unfortunately got sick. Like unfortunately, like that illness took me out, and to this day, bro, I'm still delusional to the fact, bro, I'm gonna make it to the league. I'm gonna get a chance. I still want the taste of it.
Right.
Before I retire, I still want a taste
what it feel like
of really being in there for a season, even if it's for a season. If they just give me a 10-day, like I'm one of them. Like I'm gonna be grateful for that, bro. Like I'm still itching for that. But sophomore year, I come back. I'm more mature. My body's better. Man, I'm averaging like 40%. Like, I go to the PK 80 playing against Duke, Gonzaga, but I'm going crazy. Like, I'm killing. You know what I'm saying? Playing Butler. Like, it was to the point where I'm finna be a lottery.
Gonzaga.
Yeah, bro. I hit that little fadeaway buzzer on him. Like, I'm killing against Duke. I'm playing against Grayson Allen, Marvin Bagley, and Gary Trent. Like, and Wendell Carter. Like, is it Wendell Mitchell, something like that? Wendell Carter. Yeah, Carter. And I'm like, we killing. Like we was up 20 on them boys at halftime. Like the game was in the bag, and then it got ugly, and we ended up losing. But like that year before I got sick, man, that was supposed to be my year.
When do you find out that you sick? That you sick?
I was feeling it during that time, but like I feel like I was just like cold or whatever. I just thought it was like some little viral infection, but it was after the Iowa State game. It was Iowa State game at Iowa State. This is right before New Year's. And my pops called me. He's like, "You all right, man? You're not moving the same. Your game is not like, you don't have that energy. You don't have that spunk." I used to get mad at him. I'm like, "What you mean I don't got energy, bro? I got energy. Like, I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "I don't know, bro. You kind of like, you look like you can't barely move out there." And I had a practice where like, we was going up and down the court, and I couldn't get up down the court. And my teammates and coaches like getting on me. Like, if you want to practice, get off. Like we do this thing called start the game, where we kind of like simulate the beginning of a game, and we go down the court once, and I'm like, I can't go. Like I don't even make it back down on defense. And I kind of go to the side. I kind of do some sprints or whatever to kind of like to get my wind going. And I played that game. I had some tough shots. I had some really good shots in that game. But little do I know I'm sick. Like little do I know I'm really like, I could have passed out at any moment. I could have died right there on that court. And then it was when we played Kansas at home. I went to a hospital, but they had diagnosed me like some viral infection. They gave me like some Motrin. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't doing no better. Like I could barely sleep. I was having like, my heart was racing, and I lost a lot of weight, you know what I mean? Like I just wasn't feeling good. And then that's when my dad was like, "Bro, you need to go get like a blood draw." After that Kansas game, he like, "Bro, you need to get a blood draw." Cause he's like, "Bro, you breathing hard over the phone and you done walk like 3 or 4 steps," you know what I mean? And once I got that, I went to go did the blood draw, and I had practice the next day, so I'm like, I'm gonna go work out. I go do like a twin crossover. My eyes kind of like, I don't know if you ever passed out before.
Yeah, close to it.
But so that's how I kind of was. I did a move, and my eyes kind of like it just went black for a second. Like I did a move, and it just kind of like went black. I was like, whoa. And I sat down. I had to go sit down. And then the next morning, they called me to the office. I mean, they were one of the doctors. It's just me, my trainer, and the doctor. And he's saying some medical terms, white blood cells, platelets, red blood cells. I'm like, bro, I don't know what this means. They're saying they're elevated, they're spiked, and stuff. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And then he's like, bro, you have cancer, you have leukemia. I'm like, what? Like, that was probably one of the scariest things, like the saddest things I could possibly ever do, because like, I gotta relay that message to my father on the phone. Like I gotta tell them. Like that right there was the most difficult phone call I could possibly ever have in my life, bro.
Yeah. What are you thinking at the moment? Like as you go back, you get back in the car, like how are you trying to process it?
So like while I'm talking to my dad about it, I'm telling him, like I'm breaking down, and then my dad was like, well, what's next? And my trainer was like, bro, we gotta admit him to the hospital right now. Like, he has to go right now. So as soon as we got the phone, we're checking him in because they're gonna run more tests, more diagnostics on me and stuff like that. And I went to night, like, so during this time, I think it's like New Year's, January, something like that. For like 2 months, bro, I was disoriented. Like I couldn't remember anything. But from what they was telling me, they was like, yeah, you went to like 2 different hospitals. I do remember how some hospitals was treating me. I remember one hospital, and I wasn't eating. I couldn't do anything. I was just munching on ice. They kept pricking my fingers, blood sugar every time. Like I wasn't doing well. Put it that way. And if I'd have stayed there, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
And I know they ended up transferring me to MD Anderson, and I felt like I was in heaven. I felt like I was in a safe haven over there. Like I was eating, I wasn't losing my hair. I was, I had a great doctor, and that's when they ran the diagnosis. I'm still sick. I still have I'm in ICU, but when I started getting healthier as the time went on, and they diagnosed me with ALL, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and I had a rare pneumonia called Legionnaire disease. So I was fighting off of pneumonia, and I had fluid in my lungs. So they drained 2 liters of fluid, of blood from my lungs.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a weird treatment plan that they had to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But in your head, are you when you hearing this, are you knowing man, I'm gonna bounce back, I'm a fighter?
So that's the crazy thing. So my brother told me this story too. He was like, I'm over there, I'm finally out of ICU. So I was in ICU for about 2 or 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying, really now hurting. I can't do nothing, I'm curled up. But as soon as I kind of get out of there, and I kind of move into you know what I'm saying, when the patient rooms, I'm like, okay, my doctor, my doctor's your boy. He's like, hello champion, you're gonna play basketball again. You're gonna play basketball. I'm gonna cure you. You're gonna be back you're gonna go to the NBA. You're gonna do this. I'm looking at him like, bro, do you not see me, bro?
Yeah.
I lost 60 pounds, bro. I can't even brush my own teeth, bro. And so it was never a doubt though. It was always I had a basketball goal, little rim right there. I just throw the ball at the rim. As soon as I could really start moving around again, I'm asking my brother, I'm like, hey bro, what I gotta do to get my bounce back? And he looking at me crazy bro, you got tubes in your nose and you got all these things, bro. Worry about this first. And I'm worried about trying to dunk on somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, give me a second, bro. I'm out of cancer, bro, and my brother dying from that jump, bro. That jump get a little
emotional.
bro.
I feel it.
Yeah, cause I watched my brother die. Man, when you said throwing the ball at the hoop, bro, we were best friends, bro. So they called me a year ahead of time, told me he had leukemia. But I'm thinking of, I'm bro, this Superman, big strong guy, you know what I'm saying? This Superman, bro, he gonna bounce back. My birthday August 1st, his birthday August 31st. So we both left-handed, he left-handed, I'm left-handed, bro. And so when you said you was right there hooping with on the go in the bed, that's how I got a chance to spend my last time hooping with him, bro. You know what I'm saying? My last time ever playing basketball with somebody, ever again, bro, was them doing it from the hospital bed, bro. And I had never watched nobody die. You know what I'm saying? You talk about being delusional. That nigga was delusional.
Yeah.
You know, not
a bad delusion, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that nigga still ordering stuff out of Amazon. Yeah, you know, he still taking care of his own personal business. So, you know, you don't never think of it
it could get that worse or it could go there.
Yeah, and then it's bro, y'all both young, you know what I'm saying? He 30, I'm 30, you know what I'm saying? So it's dang, bro, it's just, you know what I'm saying? That's why I really want to jump my story, bro. I salute you, bro, to bounce back from that, bro? Like, to see somebody, you know, that you think strong and mighty, bro, fall, then see you, like, tell your story, bro, and bounce back and, you know, be able to come back on the court, bro. It's just, they just show, like, triumph and strength. And I just feel like other kids need to hear this story.
For sure.
They might be sick early on, like, it might think, like, man, it's over with.
Yeah. And I have a lot of kids that DM me. There's a kid who just recently was going through his stuff. And that's why I started my clothing line, Embrace the Unknown. You know, because, like, what's crazy, bro, my birthday December 9th. And it's like right after my 20th birthday is when I found out. So when I just turned 20. And so, like, going toward the end of the month, my birthdays is kind of weird, bro. Like, going to the end of the year, bro, I still do little stuff like little checks, and I was coughing up blood. Like, I still kind of do these little checkups to kind of, because it's in the back of my mind, and this anxiety, like PTSD on, like, everything that I kind of, like had to go through. And I had a friend, I didn't know him personally, but, like, he was going through the same thing at the same time as me, and he played at Memphis.
What's his name? I'm from Memphis.
I know, he played at Memphis. This was Penny's first year. His name was Kareem.
Okay.
His name was Kareem. So we both had leukemia. I had ALL, he had AML. And AML is a little bit more aggressive. And we got diagnosed at the same time, and we was going back and forth messaging, and keeping up with each other, tracking each other's Johns, and I was kind of feeling bad because I'm like, bro, I'm getting all this notoriety and press, but I'm like, it's another college athlete going through the same thing, and, like, I didn't have to experience what you had to experience with your brother, but it was a point where the messages stopped coming through. You know what I'm saying? It was a point where, like, hey, bro, what's up? Hey, bro, how you doing?
Right.
And the messages ain't coming back. You know what I mean? And that was like, I didn't get to see him, but, like, that, the no response.
You felt it.
Felt it. And then hearing him passing away, I felt that. And that's what drove me to kind of, like, all right, bro, it's bigger than me at this point. Like, it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that kind of made me reflect on how I was as a kid, how the personality I was telling you about early on in the interview, like, that my demeanor. And it went from that to, bro, having a little bit more compassion, having a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, like, empathy for others around me, and then literally enjoying
the moment.
Bro, like, enjoying it. And that's why I tried to build some stuff to resonate with others around, because, like, bro, it's bigger than me. Like, I wouldn't be here without, like, some of the support that I got from others. And then I know I pushed myself with this basketball, bro. And, like, people tell me I need to just be grateful for what I have and the life, and that is real. Like, that is real. And, like, with my birthday, like, I found out on Valentine's Day. Like, so Valentine's Day was the day that I kind of, like, hey, man, like, you gonna actually
get a chance to play again.
Yeah,
the day of love.
You hear me? And I got it tatted on me right here. Like, I'm never gonna forget that, bro. Because a lot of people that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, my grandmama just got diagnosed with lung cancer. Like, last week, 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how many people's lives, like,
really go off cancer, bro. Like, my grandma died from cancer. Her birthday was yesterday, so, you know what I'm saying? So, like, cancer is real. Like, I know we don't really, like, I think the when it don't affect you as much, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it don't hit home, you really can't resonate with the pain for real. With, like, when somebody say, hey, man, my people got cancer, because you just don't know.
It's not like, and, like, I used to hear, and what's crazy was, like, that was one of my biggest fears. Like cancer, like I'm not really, I really never really had any like true fears in life, but like that was one thing that I did not, like I knew, like, bro, once I found out, I'm like, bro, cancer really equal like death, like, you know what I mean?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like for a lot of people, and you used to hear back then that like there's no cure for it. We're searching for a cure. We're searching for this. So I'm thinking like, yo, I'm out of here. Like that's why for that first month and a half, bro, I'm a zombie. Like I'm in there like I ain't talking to nobody. I'm not on my phone. I'm not on social media. And then like I was to the point where like if they needed to draw blood, it was just like, here, bro.
Come on.
Just do it. What arm? You need this arm? All right. Like the physical pain of them and doing all the injections.
They ain't feeling no more.
I'm just, bro, here, man.
I'm numb.
You hear me? And that was probably the hardest part, bro. That was definitely the hardest part. And that's why I'm grateful for, like, I was still in school while I was going through it. Because imagine if I would have left a little earlier.
Right, you had to pay for it on your own dime.
Bro. And, like, imagine if if I didn't necessarily go to the league off the dribble, you know what I'm saying? And I got stuck in Europe. If I didn't, you know what I'm saying, get picked up. Like, now, it could have been a possibility I would have got the NBA health benefit like Terrance Reed did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there was no guarantee. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a blessing in disguise that I decided to kind of stay in school one more year, you know what I'm saying? Which turned into an extra like 5 years, you know, and even coming back, bro, I was still like grateful for cause you know, when stuff happen like that, your coach ain't gotta play you.
He don't, or on that scholarship.
Come on, bro, he ain't gotta do none of that.
I'm gonna ask you this question, bro. I know we just been chopping it up, bro, and I appreciate the conversation, bro.
Yeah.
But Bronny has a heart attack on the court, bro. How do you feel about how people try to downplay him and not knowing how serious that is to try to bounce back? That's always in the back of his head. Like, if I go too hard, I could possibly pass out. That could reoccur again.
That right there, bro, that's something, bro, that like people just can't underestimate, bro. That's you going out there trying to play the game you love. Like when you exercise and you play at a high pace, bro, your heart is working, it's pumping, and especially when you don't have nothing to kind of gauge, like when it can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an unknown thing that can happen at any moment. Like with me, like that it can come back at any moment without me knowing. Like I take medicine to suppress it. But with him, who knows if he's taking heart medicine? Who knows if he's regulated? Like now, I do know that in college you wear heartbeat sensors. So who knows? He might have a sensor back there in his jersey. They might be watching him. You know what I mean? So that right there, that uncertainty of what can happen, like to your body and your health, like people gotta just kind of like they're putting too much pressure on his like game. Now I get it. You got to be good in the NBA. Like you got to be able to perform because there's other guys performing. But at the end of the day, like he's his own miracle in his own right. Like you know what I mean? Like he's a blessing in his own way. That like they're giving him some grace. Like give him some grace. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing it from the perspective as if I would have left my freshman year. Like how I would have want people, because that's how they did me when I came back to college. When I came back and started playing and stuff like that, it was like, oh, we're not worried about his game so much. We're just happy he can be back on the court. And the next you know, I start killing. So imagine when Bronny start getting comfortable again. You know what I mean? It happened to the boy from Keontae. He was at Florida, then he went to Kansas State. Same thing with him. I seen him recently. You know what I mean? Same thing with his heart. You know what I mean? And now look at him. You know what I mean?
Killing.
So like you gotta just respect that he's still trying, because a lot of people fold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
when do you start feeling better? Like, when do you start, like, get out of zombie mode and go back to, like, you start to feel just a tad bit better, like, man, I'm glad to be here still, or you starting to see the progress yourself?
It's when I get shipped to MD Anderson in Houston. That hospital, the people around me, man, it was a lot of positivity. And there's a video that kind of went viral. It was one day I was in my room, I think, what song was it? Oh man, I was brushing my teeth and that song came on. I started like dancing or something like that. I started like doing something, and that must have been that. I don't know. I must have been having a good day or something.
Yeah.
I think it was something like NLE Chopper or something like that. Googling ALL, what is acute lymphoblastic leukemia means. Like most people out here, cancer, okay, death.
5 years, 6 years, maybe. Like, man, that's all my son got to live.
I used to call my sister while I was in the restroom. You know what I mean? Because I just go to the restroom and just be in there because I didn't want to be in my bed no more and just FaceTime her.
And all of a sudden, he was brushing his teeth and he started dancing.
I couldn't shoot outside the paint. I couldn't get the ball up to, I ain't have strength. So I was like, okay, if I do this every day, I'm gonna get better. I was released from the hospital February 24th. So after February, March came, I went from 150 to now I'm 160. I played with professional athletes every day. I'm the only one with a PICC line in my arm and medicine going through me, and I'm competing. If I can inspire you just to get up in the morning and attempt to make your life better, then I've done my job. I feel good. I'm starting to embrace being a cancer survivor.
Okay.
I think it just came out, and that was one of the days where I was like, man, I'm having a better day. Like, I don't have a breathing tube in my nose, like, you know what I mean? And then they had this pediatric room where you can like go and like to the basketball goal. And one of my physical therapists, he was like, one day I'm gonna take you down there. You might be too old, but I'm gonna see if they'll let you go in there. I'm like, please. And I went in there and we played horse. We played horse one day. I'm in there shooting around. I got a pole on me, so I'm like trying to like shoot. The ball feel like 50 pounds. But I was having fun.
Yeah.
I was like, that day I'm like, I'm coming back every day. And it gave me something to look forward to. Like having something to look forward to, having something to kind of take your mind away from things kind of made it, and I was able to actually do it, because walking was kind of like, I got videos when I like first started walking, like you look at my eyes, they like, I'm like walking, I'm like kind of like scared, because I'm like, all right, bro, I ain't really walked, like with my heart, like what if I go too fast, if I can't breathe? And like that moment of being able to like go to the gym, I was like, man, if this is taken away from me tomorrow, at least I got my last shots up. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing that was kind of like in my head.
How long did you stay in the hospital?
3 months. So I was inpatient for about 3.5 months. So diagnosed in like January. I got out in like March, but I was staying in an extended stay because they had did like my medicine pack. I had like a fanny pack and had like a PICC line. So like I had medicine going through me continuously, and it needed to be changed every 2 days. So I was going back to the hospital every other day, check in, do my little medicine. They do it. I sit there for a while, go home, and like, all right, if I was on a Monday, they're like, we see you Wednesday, and I would see you Friday. Okay. And then that was continuous for about another like 4 or 5 months. And right before the summer hit, I wanted to go back to school. Like I wanted to take classes. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of figured out, we got approved through the insurance to give me like a 48-hour, like a 30-day bag. So it was like that medicine was gonna run for 30 days, and I can go to school, then, you know what I'm saying? Then like, all right, 30 days, come back, get it done. Then it was like, I got to the point where I can do 28 days continuous, where I gotta sit in Houston for 28 days, and then boom, take it out, and then I get to go for about 2 weeks, come back. So it was like I was in and out of there for a very long time.
So it's still a long process.
It's a long process, and I'm for like a year and a half. I'm easing my way back to campus, and mind you, like I'm doing this, and I'm still practicing with my team, and they looking at me like, bro, like I'm shooting left-handed on them boys. Like I had my pick line in my right hand. I'm in practice, like we're doing closeout drills. They kind of nervous because I got this big little fanny pack attached to my hip with these strings. They looking at me crazy. I'm like, bro, you better guard me before I make you fall. Like
I'm not ready to do it.
Like for real, like, what's up? And they just looking at me in awe. I'm like, yeah, I'm crazy, bro. I'm just
like if I'm gonna go out, I'm down the court.
You hear me?
Down the court.
For real, and like I'm dead, like seriously.
Yeah.
I'm ready to die about this. And if I'm gonna go out doing this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was my mindset for like a couple years, like for about another year. It took me about like maybe 2 years to get to the point where I could actually like play. So I came back that year, end of my sophomore year, I came back. And then that next year, my junior year, I redshirted because like I would have to leave like to go get treatment anyway, like, you know what I'm saying? So I would like go for a little while, then I knew I had to up and leave again to go do it. And then my last treatments at the end of my junior year is when it was like, hey, look, bro, you don't have to get this medicine anymore. Like you can finally like ring the bell for real. You know, so it was a long process, and I think what kind of got me through it was like I never really played like the victim card. I never really tried to make it about me. I didn't try to make too many excuses of what I can and cannot do. I'm like, bro, if I'm doing this, I'm doing this.
Right.
And I think that's where I started to get a lot more respect from
everyone else.
Yeah.
You at this point, everybody that were in your draft class, they gone. Like everybody that you kind of battled against, you watching them in the league. How is it at this point? Because
it's depressing, bro. Like it's depressing. You go back and look at what you was. You go, and I had a lot of body dysmorphia. You know what I'm saying? Like I was real insecure. Like even to this day, there's still moments where I feel insecure about like what I can do, what I can't do, what I was able to do. You know what I mean? Like my mindset going into the game. You know what I mean? Like still having to re-earn that respect again. You know, like to kind of prove that I can really do this.
Yeah, I can compete, y'all. Like, don't feel sorry for me.
Yeah, don't feel sorry for me, bro. I'm gonna earn that respect. I'm gonna earn that. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of difficult, bro, because like during college, I was really trying to make the league, bro, and like the getting rejected is hard, bro. Like you gotta have tough skin and getting rejected over and over and over and over again. Like nah, bro. Like you're not, like basically you're not really good enough to be here. Like and like for me not asking for sympathy, you get hit with harsh realities. You get hit with harsh truths, and that's what kind of allowed me to kind of, all right, I'm finna go overseas. I still, it's for the love of the game. I still want to play basketball, and I pray to God for me to be a professional athlete. Now, NBA was the dream, but at the end of the game, the reality was to be a professional.
Right.
Like the dream was to be a pro.
Right.
And now it's the humility of knowing like you can still be a pro on a different scale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's where social media and all the, internet platforms can taint somebody's mindset.
Yeah.
Can make you feel bad or insecure about like, well, you're not here, so are you really a pro? Or you're not playing here, so are you really good? Like, you know what I mean? So that's a constant battle. Like, that's why I still go this hard to this day. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro, when I seen you at the Pro Am, I said, bro, playing in the Pro Am? And then you were playing against some Memphis guys too, and then my Memphis guy, my man, he ain't no slow. I like, oh, okay, if they ain't matched up with each other, because I heard y'all talking on the mic when I had him mic'd up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. He like, why you ain't mic him? He asked you,
why I ain't get mic'd up? Yeah.
Bro, I didn't.
We just met that day.
Just met.
Because we didn't know, like, we was both trying to get inside the gym. Like, we lost. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. When I seen you, bro, I gotta get an interview with him, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I gotta get the interview in with him. Like, I got another Texas guy, John Bohannon.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got him from UTEP. That was my first Texas, like, first guy from Texas that I interviewed, so, in person. So, I ain't dropped it yet, but I'm gonna drop it for sure. But how have you been enjoying overseas, though?
I love it. I love it, man. If you get a chance to go overseas, go to Europe, experience a different culture. Now, if you're open-minded to different ways of life and you don't like the social norms in America, going overseas will definitely change your perspective. It'll definitely give you another insight on life, on how people live with less technology, with less, you know, social media, like, influence, you know what I mean? Like, less 24-hour access to things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the States, I love Texas, you know what I mean? But we greedy. Like, we overindulge. Over there, like, things close at 7 and there's no real 24-hour access to things. You know what I mean? They eat a certain way. They recycle they do things a lot differently than we do in the States. Now, is one better than the other? No. But, like, you'll have a new perspective. Like, it'll give you a new insight on life, and I actually enjoy it, man. You
play in one of the top leagues over there?
So right now I played in Germany. I won a championship my rookie year in Germany, and I played in France. It was a K-League. I had gone through some stuff. You know what I mean?
Life, it be like this sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? People mess up sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I'm finally in a position where I'm in the top league going to Iceland.
Oh, this your first time being?
And in, like, the first division.
Oh, okay, so now you're going to get a chance to see them guys that been in the league.
Yeah,
and now
bro.
It's going to be a different experience.
It's a different experience, bro, because, like, over there, man, you got to earn your stripes all over again. It's like the grassroots all over again. So how we talked about, like, how I was younger and wanted to bust them dudes' heads and all that, like, I'm literally going through the same thing. So, like, I'm practicing what I preach once again because they don't know me over there, and because I don't got the NBA pedigree, all that stuff behind me right now, it's a different route. I got to continue to go out there and improve. So, like, now that I'm in the first division, like Iceland, and I want to go and be first division France. I want to go be first division Germany. I want to go play Euro Cup. I want to, like, now I still want to be in the league, but I'm trying to climb the ladder of, you know, Champions League, Euro League. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of, cause, you know, Buddy that I played against, like, Memphis guys, he's in the top league, Israel.
The high fly, the dude that be dunking everything.
Not the one with the braids, the other one. He ripped Buddy like a few times, and then
T-Stone.
So T-Stone was cooking. T-Stone was playing, I think he was in first league, Israel. Okay. It's the other one.
My mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mind. Yeah.
That's a bad boy.
Yeah.
That's a bad boy, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And we was matched up with each other a little bit, but we guarded each other a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I was playing through an injury. So I low key playing against them hurt.
Yeah, hey, which I would.
We were going at it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
hey,
we was going at it, bro.
I'm gonna have to clip their highlight. I'm gonna have to get them. I'm gonna have to show them that.
Bro, we was going at it, bro. And it was crazy. Like, I don't know him personally, but, like, I've seen him. He plays top division. Like, he plays where I want to be. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why I played, because I wasn't supposed to play that day. Like, I promise you, fam, I was not going to play.
I just wanted to see, like, okay, if he played in the top league, let me just see where I'm at a little bit.
To be honest, bro, it wasn't even that, bro. I was coming to return a jersey, and the coach was like, bro, Drew, we only got 3 players, bro. Like, we only got 3 players. Like, nobody else is showing up. Add me, I'm 4. I was sitting there, I'm like, I'm really supposed to be resting. All right, I'll go change real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, it was that, I promise you, bro, it was that decision that I made like in the moment.
But there was a good game. It was compared. There was a
very competitive.
There was young competitive,
bro. It was very competitive, bro. And then what also made it worthwhile, I seen who was across the way. I was like, yep. Like, so the initial was not playing and trying to help him out and just play to be a fifth body. And then I'm looking across. I'm like, I probably won't get to play against this dude until I make the EuroLeague. Because he, far as like stature and level of basketball, he's playing the highest.
Yeah, he's playing the highest, bro.
He's playing the highest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And he, like you said, I want to compare my game against him. I want to, I know he probably wasn't playing his hardest, but he was playing hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was playing. Nah,
he wasn't
playing. Yeah, he was competing. Yeah, like, and he was just doing like, you could tell he was competing because some of the athletic stuff that he was doing. Like, like sneaky steals.
Sneaky steals going to dunk. Like he cookied the dude a few times in a row.
Yeah.
And I was like, give me the ball. Try me. I'm gonna go at you. And he almost got it.
Yeah.
He almost got it. But you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I handle that ball to the point where, you know what I mean, I'm gonna show that I'm not no slouch either, you know?
What's your favorite hooping shoes to hoop in right now, currently?
Right now, bro, I like the Kyries. I like the Kyries. If I can get my hands on some Kobe's, I will.
The Nike Kyries or the new?
The Nike Kyries. I ain't have the
I forgot the name. I don't want to mess them up.
Yeah, I ain't messing them up either. I don't know about his new joints, but they're my favorite right now. I want to go Adidas, bro, but I've never hooped in a pair of Adidas.
A's.
Yeah, or the Hardens. I'm liking the Hardens. They look like space boots.
I like the Hardens. I forgot about that.
I like them Hardens. Kind of caught my eye. So I'm still gonna stick with my Nikes because I still got a bunch of shoes that I ain't never really wore yet. So I ain't really bought none.
Right.
So if I were to go and like buy a pair of shoes, I'd probably go get some Hardens. But KD's my favorite player. KD my guy. So I've always been rocking KD's.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always played in KD's, bro. So that's pretty much, the Kyries and KD's have been the shoes that I've always played in. But since I'm not at a Nike school no more, if they want to, like, you know what I mean, run a deal with your boy, you know what I mean? While I'm over there, you know, embrace the unknown, they might be able to do something.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, Hoop Chronicles, man, we had my guy Drew on the podcast. They on Hoop Chronicles. You know, he one of the players on Hoop Chronicles.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, if you've been liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, you know you one of the players as well. When he get back from overseas, we're gonna sit back, talk about the level of competition, just see if he get a chance to take it to the next level. So we appreciate you. His link to his gear, where you can purchase his gear, will be in the description in the bio. So check him out, support him.
Hey, and because you showed me some love, bro, and the story that, you know what I'm saying, we kind of shared, I got you a hat, G.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Embrace the Unknown hat, you know what I mean? It resonates different, you know what I mean? You know, so as far as like, I always remember your brother about, you know what I'm saying, embracing the moments each and every day, man. Yeah,
I appreciate this. So,
yes,
man, like I said, we appreciate you locking in with us, bro. We appreciate you being a part of Hoop Chronicles, bro. Like, definitely come back, tap back in with us.
For sure, bro.
If you want us to do like a via live stream, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like
we can live stream
while I'm over there.
Yeah,
that'd be cool, man. Keep continue going, because I like what you're doing with the interviews. I'm gonna get into podcasting. I'm still working on, you know, the brand, continue to tell my story, getting more comfortable doing it, and I wanna start using my platform as more of a motivational piece.
Bro,
as more of like, you know, like, the fashion and all that, but I want it to be more of like, all right, man, I'm here to motivate. I want to be able to continue to put my face out there because I normally really don't unless I'm really asked to.
Right.
You know, so this is coming out my comfort level, my comfort zone to continue to do this. So I'm glad I was able to do it, man. Appreciate you.
Man, we appreciate you doing it, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.